On the Predict Wind Forecast website, go to Tools, then Weather Routing to open the Weather Routing page. At the top of the page, we can select Routing Preferences. This is where you can set up the performance polars for your boat. This is important for the weather routing to be able to give a more accurate reflection of your boat as it travels through the weather systems. You can select a predefined polar from the list, or use the Sail option, which is a basic polar setup if your boat is not on the predefined list or there is not a similar performing design. Power is for powerboat routing setup. We also have an advanced option where you can create your advanced polars in a table format to gain more accuracy. In this tutorial, we will select from the predefined list. Once selected, the polar will then remain in place across all Predict Wind apps, including the offshore app. To save this option, you must click on Calculate Route. For making adjustments to the polar on all platforms, you have the option to adjust the polar speed by a percentage. If, for example, you are delivering a boat short-handed and expect the boat performance to be slow by 20%, please apply 80% to the polar speed adjustments. You can also set up a motoring option for light winds. The router will assume we are motoring directly towards the destination when the wind speed is below our motoring setting. Professional users can also turn on ocean and tidal currents. The other main feature in the routing is the choice of routing for the fastest route, or for comfort. In the comfort setting, we can select parameters that the router will try to avoid. The minimum parameters are 25 knots and 3 metre swell waves. Now we will go back to the weather routing map. You can drag and drop the green start waypoint and the red finish waypoint to your desired locations. We could also position these using GPS coordinates by clicking on the waypoint icon and entering the latitude or longitude in the degrees decimal minutes format. Ensure your waypoints are in the water and well away from land. You are now ready to calculate your weather route. Click on Calculate. The route will be calculated using your polars and will show 4 routes which relate to the 4 weather models. PWG is blue, PWE is red, GFS is green, and the ECMWF is yellow. When you select the weather model from the bottom left, the GRIB files that are displayed relate to the model and that route. For example, if we select the PWE model, this corresponds to the red track. To animate the route, press the play button. You can also control the display with the time slider ball or the forward and back arrows. At the bottom of the page, we have our display controls. We have wind barbs with colour contours, wind arrows with colour contours, and coloured arrows. We can also view rain, cloud, air temperature, gust, cape, and wave on any of the maps. If we hover our mouse pointer over the map, we get detailed data from that point on the map. By clicking on any point on a weather route, we get detail for that point on the weather route. At the top of the screen, click on Tables. This has detailed data of our weather routes for all models. We have graphs, wind, summary, route, swell, and current. We also have the export function, which allows us to export the weather route in 2 digital formats to be used in navigation software. We can also print the details of the route. Click on the map to go back to the weather routing map. You are now ready to try the Predict Wind weather routing.